We got 30 seconds. I'm excited. Cards. Destroy Michael in debates. Sometimes he just has very interesting opinions on certain topics that I don't agree with. Absolutely. But it is that time. It is time. We are live. Welcome. Johnny, Academy Impossible, welcome. I hope you guys are ready for a good night. Football Talk with Michael is coming up. We're going to let people get in here. We'll talk a little bit. There's a lot going on. And then we're going to get into a box of 2020 Mosaic. There are 150 cards in here. It's actually really, really heavy. Probably the heaviest. I'll go over there so you guys can see that. We got this Mosaic box here. 150 cards. 2 autos. Haven't seen too many people opening these. A little outdated, but that's okay. That is okay. How's everybody doing tonight? Apparently, Michael's going to try and stump me with some trivia questions, some facts. Let some more people get in here. We're trying something new, too. Trying something new. We got the we got this little scene set up rather than just me up in the corner. Michael's ugly mug might make an appearance tonight. I don't know. But Johnny really does enjoy hearing from Michael. What do you say, Johnny? Should we allow Michael in the stream? It was about that time. Michael, can you hear me? Oh, Michael is here. Can you guys hear Michael? Let me know if you can hear him. On my end, I can hear him. It looks like it's picking his audio up. What's up, Mike? Johnny says, what's up, Mike? Johnny, can you hear him? How you doing tonight, Michael? No, here, Michael. All right, this is what we're going to do. We're going to do what we did last time, and we are going to... For some reason... Let's see, add that source there. All right, go ahead, Michael. Give me a little talk. Still nothing, huh? It's okay. We got this. We got this. This happened last time. So for some reason, whenever we end a stream, we...
Mic check. Johnny.
Oh, here, let's try this.
Oh, I think I hear it.
You can hear it? You're on.
I think I did.
Is Mike on? Mic check.
There it is.
Mic check. 1, 2. Mike, can you mic check for us, Mike?
Mic check. Mike's here.
Mike's here. Is he loud? Is he too loud? I mean his microphone, not his mouth. What do you think, Johnny? Is he sound all right?
Money, what do you think? Send me a text. Let me know.
I hear Mike. Roxanne here's Mike. Hi, Roxanne.
Money says a little bit louder.
A little bit louder. I don't know if I want him a little bit louder.
That's a true statement. Not after last stream. I mean, embarrassed myself.
You might have to pull your mic a little bit closer to your face. Have you just about turned all the way up?
All right. Well, we'll just go with it.
Better yet. Let's actually take a look at Michael real quick. Let's see. Oh my goodness. We're all in big, big, big trouble. Not only do we have to listen to some of the things that come out of his mouth, but we got to watch him while he talks. Michael, how are you tonight, dude? Yeah, that's true. I'm doing all right, man. I'm doing all right. Lot of stuff going on in the NFL. Lot of stuff going on. You were telling me earlier that you think you can stump me with some trivial knowledge on NFL. I'm not sure what it is. You wouldn't really let me in on what you were talking about, but you were saying maybe past players, organizations, something about trivial questions in the NFL. You got everything, huh? Mm-hmm. Roxanne said, I could see Mike! Mike! It's Saturday night! Yeah, I don't know if you saw this, Michael. Let's get over here. Let me see. How about this? How about this, dude? This Mosaic hobby box. So when we started doing this card thing, this is the one that Michael wanted me to. You can't hear Mike. Go ahead and talk, Mike. Oh, you know what? Here, let me go here. Let's see if this will work here. Yeah, you should be able to hear him. If you can't hear him, you let me know. No mic. All right, now what? Go ahead, talk.
Mic check, 1, 2, 3.
Nothing? Yeah?
Yep, I think so. I think I can hear it on the stream. I got the stream volume up.
I have to go through and add a new... Yep, okay, she said yep. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to all these screens. I'm going to add the same exact one that's already there. It's an audio output capture. The Archduke. Always tuning in, dude. I appreciate you, man. You're always here.
There he is.
If you didn't see that already, you can see... Oh, Michael. Look at him, man. That beautiful, beautiful man. But we got some things to talk about. Archduke, I can't wait to hear what you got to say about this stuff.
Dude, I got some really good trivia tonight. I hope you're ready. I hope you come with some knowledge.
Mm-hmm. He says he's gonna stump us all.
I'm very excited to ask some of these questions.
But he says that they're good facts that we will not forget. So, let's get right into that. What do you say about that, Mike? You wanna try to stump us?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right.
What do you want first? You want something easy? You want something hard?
I want something. Actually, I really want the way you talked it up. I want all of these to go and make me say I never would have guessed that was a real thing. That's what I want.
Alrighty.
So hit us with the first one. I'm gonna give you guys in the chat some time to think about it and answer, and hopefully we can guess it. So go ahead, Michael. Hit us with your first question.
Alrighty. So we all know who the most expensive franchise in the NFL, also
Dallas Cowboys.
The world.
Yes.
Dallas Cowboys, obviously.
Sorry.
But let me ask you a question. Who's the least expensive franchise in NFL?
Ooh. The least expensive franchise in the NFL.
Pat, any thoughts?
What do you guys think? I have a guess, but I'm gonna see if anybody else can guess it first. I have a guess.
Okay.
It's got to be a small market. The Texans. So here's the deal. If you Google it, you're a loser. Don't Google it. Because I could definitely Google it. I have the computer sitting in front of me.
But I could definitely see that being a possibility.
I didn't think it was the Texans either. That's a good guess, though, dude. Like that would have been probably yeah, and that probably would have been my maybe second or probably I don't know, probably second or third guess.
You want me to give you who the third most expensive is? So there's 32 teams. Who's 30? Number 30. How expensive? What team that is?
I want to slander Cincinnati. It's a small. That would have been my second guess. I'm gonna go first. Anybody else want to take a guess before I put mine out there? Michael tells us. But yes, who's the third most expensive? I would say it's got to be the Giants.
Lions.
The Lions.
The Giants are like the third most expensive.
Oh, well, that's what I thought you were giving us. That's what I thought you were giving us.
No, I'm giving you the least expensive. The least expensive team in the NFL. There's 32 teams. Who's the cheapest team?
Jen Logan. Welcome. Izzy is going with the Bengals. I'm going to say Cleveland Browns. That's my guess.
We had some really great messages in chat because it is in fact the Cincinnati Bengals.
That's my second guess.
$2 billion is what they are estimated to be worth.
$2 billion.
Mm-hmm.
And they're the least expensive. Okay, so Cincinnati Bengals. I don't know. That makes sense.
I was kind of surprised that the next was the Bills, because Bills Mafia.
Really, the Bills?
Yeah. So the Bills are ranked 31st. They are worth 2.05, so $2,500,000 or $2,050,000,000.
As he says, Washington football team. What about Washington? Oh, Washington football team. Yeah, I could. I don't know. They have a pretty big fan base.
They do. They have a big fan base, and that's why I was surprised about the Bills. And then right behind the Bills at $2.1 billion, the Detroit Lions.
Wow, Detroit.
I know.
Man. The best franchise to not win a Super Bowl.
The Bengals I could see, right? Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, I could definitely see Bengals.
So, I got some fun ones for you. You want to hear a fun one?
Yeah, hit us with the next one. So we got most inexpensive franchise in the NFL. And remind me, what are the Cowboys worth?
Cowboys, I think it's like $4.5 billion. I'd have to actually look that up again, but I'm pretty sure it's twice as what the Bengals are worth.
Oh, I'm sure it's definitely twice. Bengals don't have shit for a practice field. I have heard that.
Oh, I have heard that too. $4.8 billion. So, okay, CNN says $5 billion. ESPN says $4.8 billion for the Cowboys.
Yeah, I thought it was like 5.2 for some reason. Okay, so Cowboys most expensive. Cincinnati Bengals least expensive. Hit us with the next one.
Team. All right, which NFL division has the most Super Bowl wins? Not team. Division.
Which division has the most Super Bowl wins?
Mm-hmm.
These are good questions, Mike. Listen, when you told me this morning that you had questions that you were going to stump, I was like, he's going to ask me what player has more tackles than drops. Like, I thought that was going to be it, because that's a cool one.
That would be a cool one, actually. That would be a cool one. Probably be Jameis Winston.
As he says, all of them.
All of them have the most Super Bowl wins. They do. They do. All the divisions.
If you put them all together, it's the most. Nobody can beat that.
There's not a single division in the NHL that has a Super Bowl win. I'm just saying. I'm just throwing that out there. Ooh, I like that guess.
Archie says AFC North.
AFC North.
I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna say no. It's not the AFC North, because Vikings and Lions. That's got to be It's got to be someone else.
Right. That's a good point.
I'm going to go with the NFC East.
You would be correct.
Really? Okay.
You would
I
be
was
correct.
I was thinking Giants, Cowboys, and now the Eagles have. I thought it had to be. They got their one, and I
They
can
got their
hold on
one.
to that for the rest of my life, and I'll be okay with
They
it.
got their one.
And I got to see it, and in age, well, I'll remember it.
You
Exactly.
got to see it. Well, let's keep it in the.
Oh, Dave Jora's here. Oh my, Dave! Look at this mug right here, bud.
Jor, we're doing some trivia tonight. We're talking divisions. We're talking teams. We just asked who the cheapest team is. That would be the Cincinnati Bengals. $2 billion.
It's not Izzy guessed it correctly. Let's put that there, and then we also
Compared to the
have
Cowboys. What are they? What was it? $5 billion.
like $5 billion.
Yeah.
And Archduke, out of wanting to slander Cincinnati, guessed it correctly as well. I guessed the last one. It was which division in the NFL has the most total Super Bowls? It is the NFC East.
Well, let's keep it divisional. Let me ask another divisional question. So, out of all the divisions,
Okay.
which division has the highest net value? We're just talking about most expensive team, right? Dallas Cowboys. We're talking about cheapest team, Bengals. But put all four of their teams together, all of their worth together, who's worth the most?
Dave says, remember when the Browns just decided to take a couple years off? Johnny, you said Mike is a little rough on sound and he's too low. Okay, hold on one second. Let's see if we can change that real quick. I can probably...
Discord?
Yeah, let's see.
Can I turn myself up?
Oh, man, that's super loud now. Let's see.
Ooh, I can hear it from the other room.
All right, I think I might have... Go ahead and talk, Mike. I think I have found a happy medium.
A happy dog. A happy dog.
You guys let me know if that's too loud, if that's too quiet. Okay. Probably Carrot Division. It's not Izzy. Great guess again. You're on it tonight, really.
What do you think, John?
AFC North is what Archduke says. Most net worth with all the teams combined in a division, I'm going to have to go with... He says still rough. What do you mean by rough? If there's a rough button, I would click. I'd be right there. Click. Make it smooth.
I'm wondering if it's a little laggy because of...
Oof, man, that just seems so
Discord?
loud on my side. It does seem so loud. It might be because of Discord. Hold on.
But we normally use Discord, right? So, I don't know. Maybe. I gotta turn my fan on.
Try to find a little happy medium for Michael. Okay, I'm gonna go with AFC North as well.
AFC North?
Or,
That's
sorry,
a really
no. Oh, I was
I
gonna say,
was just saying
gonna
it was a good guess. I didn't say it was or not. I'm just saying it was a good guess.
I'm gonna change NFC North is what I'm gonna say actually.
You're gonna say NFC North?
Yeah.
Well, it is in fact the NFC East again.
NFC East again. Okay.
Yeah.
I thought Cowboys, Giants. Okay. But then you also said that the Detroit Lions were up there. So I was going NFC North, but NFC East makes sense.
Well,
Jen came in with the AFC West. That I thought about that as well. Broncos, Chargers, Chiefs, and the Raiders. They got to be pretty close up there. Yeah, I can't imagine. I mean, $5 billion just alone for the Cowboys. That's a lot of money.
Yeah, and I think that's what helps it. But also, I believe Eagles are ranked like 5th at like 3 or 4 billion, something like that.
Yeah. Okay, so hit us with the next one. How many more do you have? How many more trivia questions are you going to stump us with?
We'll do 2 more.
2 more. Okay, go for it.
I've got more, but we can save them for later.
Let's save them for later. We'll save them for after
All
the
right.
rip.
So the 2022 Super Bowl is going to be in Los Angeles, California,
Yes.
at the SoFi Stadium.
Yes.
Where's the 2023 Super Bowl?
While we think about that, Archduke says lots of random Giants and Cowgirl fans. They're big organizations, so you're gonna find that for sure. There are. It's very easy to be like, oh, I don't watch football. Yeah, I'm a Giants fan, or I'm a Cowboys fan.
Yeah.
Izzy says Las Vegas.
Kidding.
I was thinking the same thing. I didn't want to look stupid and be like, oh, it's in Vegas again, but I think it is. I think it is. I'm gonna go Vegas.
Yeah, no, that's a really good guess, and that's actually where I thought, and that's why I almost didn't even look up this question, but I actually stumbled upon it, and I was like, oh, I did not know that it was going to be there. It's actually going to be in Arizona.
Really?
When was the last time the Super Bowl was in Arizona?
Oh my God.
It wasn't too long ago.
It was recent. Yeah, it was recent.
It wasn't too long ago.
Was Arizona in the Super Bowl that it was in their home stadium? It is Arizona, Izzy.
It is Arizona.
Mike sounds underwater. Mike, pull your microphone a little bit further away from your mouth. We'll turn you up if we have to.
You sound underwater to me as well.
Michael's also talking with a gaming headset, which might just sound a little bit rougher than a microphone, which is, Let's go. I definitely got it right. You did get it right. Was Arizona in that Super Bowl that... I can't remember if that was in Arizona or if it was like at Ford Field or something. Does anybody remember the last time Arizona played in or hosted the Super Bowl?
And for some reason, I cannot find this on Google.
So I'm guessing that...
on my mind.
I'm guessing that Roxanne definitely Googled it because she gave a legit date. She said February 1st, 2015.
That sounds right.
It sounds right. She definitely didn't look it up. She knows her stuff about football. She teaches me things daily about football. So we're going to go with 2015. And hit us with one more before we move on because we have there's some interesting things that came out since the last time we were live.
Oh, absolutely. All right, this last one I'll do. It's a pretty easy one. It's one that I think everybody should be able to guess. Who are the top 3 college teams right now with NFL active players?
It's a good question. Jen says Roxanne definitely Googled it. Nah, don't believe it. Johnny says she's a beast. She is a beast. Which college has the most NFL players active or the most people that went to the NFL and played?
Well, top 3 colleges with currently active NFL players. So not just one college, the top 3.
The top 3? Bama? Clemson?
Who else? Okay.
And Florida Gators?
Wow, I'm surprised you went SEC for all 3 guesses. That's saying a lot about the SEC. But
All
that is
right.
not correct. That's not correct.
Did I get any of them?
Alabama is definitely number 1.
Okay.
The second one, not SEC, Ohio.
Ohio. Okay.
Ohio State.
Hate Ohio.
And then number 3, I said it's great to be.
So I got 2 of them. All right.
I said it's great. You did. You got 2 of them. And the whole reason I wanted to name 3 was because I just wanted to do my Gator chant.
Yeah. All right. So
I can't wait for college football.
So it seems like SEC was definitely the theme of that. I think you liked that a lot.
I did.
Let me add this real
Big
quick.
SEC fan. I mean, they've been doing
that
phenomenal
people
last many
know
years.
that we got
Johnny Coffee, Louisiana, great guess. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, LSU is either 4th or 5th ranked with most current NFL players. So
I
that
almost
is definitely
said
good.
LSU as well. Here, let's go back over here. All right, so
I almost said LSU before Clemson when I was thinking about it. Like originally, I knew Bama. Bama, of course. I mean, Bama's just got so many people out there, but I wasn't sure when it came to the rest. And when I saw that the Gators were 3rd, I was like, let's go.
yeah, I figured
Hey, real
Gators.
quick, do you know who was at that Super Bowl in Arizona?
In 2015, it was the New England Patriots, and 2015.
I mean, even my grandmother would have picked a running play.
Oh my God. Oh, rest in peace, Seattle Seahawks. Okay. Very, very interesting. So they will host the Super Bowl next year. So Michael, Tim Tebow, speaking of your Gators, has changed from playing quarterback, which he claimed he would never play anywhere else.
Right.
And he's going to tight end to play for Urban Meyer in Jacksonville on a 1-year deal. I have a lot of, I do and don't have a lot of thoughts on it because I really just want to see how it plays out. I wish him the best. I think it's kind of hard not to root for someone that has been out for so long, tried a whole bunch of different things. I mean, the man has played in spring training baseball, multiple years. Does he get any play time on the field? Does he go to the field and play?
You know, I have no idea. I think this is exactly how that play played out. Urban Meyer gets the starting coach position for the Jacksonville Jaguars. He's like, man, I'm back in Florida. Last time I was here, we won a championship with Tebow. So he's like, let me see what my boy Tebow's doing. Gives him a call up, and now the guy is trying out to be tight end. Something that a lot of people had said when he was leaving college to go professional, that they didn't think he was going to be able to be a quarterback in the NFL.
Right.
And a lot of people said, hey, maybe you should try tight end. And he was like, no, I want to be quarterback. So the fact that he is finally coming back and doing that, I kind of wish he would have done it sooner. What is he going to look like? I have no idea. That is going to be a really, really great thing. It's going to be great to see if he even makes it another time. I will say this, we'll probably see him in the preseason.
We're definitely going to see him in the preseason. Yeah.
Yeah, it's probably going to be one of the first times I actually watch preseason football.
Yeah, no, those are really good points. So Tim Tebow came out of Florida, and everybody everybody had their eyes on him, and I think a lot of people were rooting for him to do well, except for every opponent in the SEC, because he just beat up on everybody, didn't he? He did really, really well at Florida playing for. And he came into the NFL. He played for the Broncos. They went to the playoffs. He won a playoff game, right? Everybody likes to talk about that. He played for the Philadelphia Eagles in the preseason, and he looked great. A lot of people wanted him to go to the backfield, too, and run out of the backfield. They said they'd probably do better there. But tight end, I hope that he does really well. I think that it's definitely an Urban Meyer move. I think everybody's just crazy to think that it's not. I don't know if there is anybody that's thinking that, but...
So, can I tell you what my stepdad said, who's also a huge Florida Gators fan, and I think this was a very good point.
Yes, in a minute, Dave says he's definitely going to play, and he's definitely going to try some flea flicker BS.
Oh, that is true. That is definitely true. I can see that. I mean, look at Taysom Hill back in over in New Orleans. I mean, we're going to see the same thing. We're going to see the same thing. They're going to have him out. They're going to have Trevor Lawrence out there. Nobody's going to know who's getting the ball hiked to them. All of a sudden, Trevor Lawrence is running down, getting a pass from Tim Tebow. How great would that be?
Yeah, and it's very interesting. I think that
they're going to... got the speed, too. He's got the speed to get down the field.
Yeah, no, yeah, absolutely. The other thing is that I think that the Jacksonville Jaguars they're really going for the throw the defense off kind of thing. I don't know if you heard, but Travis Etienne has been playing wide receiver in minicamp.
No, I did not
Yes,
hear that.
he has been playing wide receiver. So, you
Wow.
have your tight end drop back, your number 1 overall draft pick, hand it to him, and your running back go down for a deep pass. Like, that
Let
is
me ask you
insane. Yeah.
So, recent news, we've been hearing a ton about Tim Tebow. When is the last time you've heard something about Trevor Lawrence? When has the news been, Trevor Lawrence, Trevor Lawrence, Trevor Lawrence?
Literally all the time.
Really?
For the last 4 years, they have been talking nothing about.
No, I'm talking about since Tim Tebow. I'm not talking about the past 2 years. I'm talking the past couple weeks. Since Tim Tebow has broken the news, the talk has not been about Trevor Lawrence. And this is what my stepfather said. This is an Urban Meyer thing. You just got the number 1 draft pick. This guy is nervous. He's new. Obviously, he was great in college, but he's coming into the big boy league. And he just took all the pressure off of him. Nobody's talking about him. Everybody's kind of forgotten about him. So now all he needs to do is focus. He's in minicamp. He's going to focus up. Everybody's talking about Tim Tebow. Nobody's talking about Trevor Lawrence. Nobody's watching Trevor Lawrence. They're all looking at Tim Tebow. I think that was a very smart move on Urban Meyer to kind of bring Trevor Lawrence in and not put too much pressure on him. I think that was a genius move.
Yeah, and it's kind of very interesting, Steve. That's a great point. And I never would have thought of that. Never.
Right.
I hope that's the reason why he did it, or maybe even part of it.
Well,
I didn't know what was going to come out of your mouth, though, because of how much you've been trashing Trevor Lawrence. But everybody's still talking about him. Like, yeah, no, Dave, no, absolutely, everybody's still talking about him. The point he's making is that Urban Meyer is using one of his guys that he's very close with that is probably in on it to take that pressure off of their brand new quarterback. And not only did he do that, but he drafted his Heisman runner-up running back to be with him too. I mean, he is trying his best to make him so comfortable in his first year, and I hope it works out for him. I really do. So we got the schedule release for this year, Michael, in the NFL. A lot of really good matchups. But a lot of people like to focus on who has the hardest and who has the easiest schedules. You were talking about it earlier. Who do you think has the easiest schedule in the NFL this year?
That's a really great question. I don't know if I've looked at everybody's schedule yet to really be able to come up with a decision, but I will say that the schedule release almost says absolutely nothing in my opinion. Maybe it says a little bit just because of the fact that things got shooken up this year. We're going to see some totally new offenses. We're going to see, the Jags look like a totally different team. I think they have the Buccaneers having like the second easiest schedule. Of course they do. They're bringing everybody back. And I know that that's not how they look at the schedules and how they rate who, has the easiest schedule or whatnot. But I more so like to look at the players, the teams, and I think it's going to be an interesting year. I'm hoping. I want every single team to lose 4 games. We haven't seen that in a long time. We always see these 1 or 2 game loss seasons. I want to see 4, 5, 6 games. I want to see everybody neck and neck. Nobody knows who's going to the playoffs, and that's what I think we're going to get this year. I think we're going to see some pretty crazy stuff.
Really good points. For those of you that don't know the way that they arrange and pick who has the easiest and hardest schedule, they look at the teams that they're playing this year, and they average all of those teams' records from last year, and that decides the strength of schedule. But the easiest schedule in the NFL this year is the Philadelphia Eagles. Their opponents' combined win percentage from last year was a 430, so under 500, which means that on average, they all had losing records, or pretty close to it. Now the Eagles, I believe, played the Chiefs this year. So taking that into consideration, the other teams that were playing put that average underneath 500. So easiest schedule goes to the Eagles. Really good guess, Jen. Dolphins. Bills, that would have been a good guess if it was the Dolphins because teams from the same division usually have the same strength of schedule just because they play the same divisions. So you got the Cowboys are second Their combined their opponent's combined win percentage was at a 4.52, so not much higher than the Eagles. That just means that they got probably a team from. So if you looked at an NFL schedule, the way it works is you play your division twice. Each team in your division plays the same teams from one division in your conference, right? Your Eastern Conference, and then you play one of each team from a certain division in the AFC for the Eagles, right? So say the Eagles were playing the NFC South, which I believe that's what they're doing this year. Every team, the Cowboys, Giants, and Washington football team, along with the Eagles, are going to play Tampa Bay, the Saints, the Panthers, and the Falcons once. That's how that works. So everybody from my division will play that. We will also say that we play the AFC East, right? So the Cowboys, the Giants, the Washington Redskins, or football team, and the Philadelphia Eagles will all play one of Miami, Buffalo, New York Jets, or the Patriots. It's going to be random for everybody, but say the Cowboys might play the Patriots, the Eagles might play the Dolphins. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, the Eagles do not play the Patriots here, but we do play in preseason, so maybe get to see Mac Jones.
They always play. Always, yeah, it seems like they always play.
I was going to say, well, we played each other last year in the regular season, but I was surprised that we're not playing this year in the regular season. But now that you explained the schedule and how it works, it makes sense.
Yeah, very interesting. I think it's cool how they work that every year.
And the Bills will definitely have another strong year. I completely agree with that.
Yeah, I think they will. Josh Allen is so good. I love watching him play, dude. I love watching Josh Allen play football. I do.
That division is going to be interesting this year. It's going to be very interesting. I think the Dolphins could be something. I think the Bills could be something. I hope the Patriots are going to be something again. And the Jets, I don't know. The Jets, they got a lot of work to do.
They have a lot of work to do.
We'll see.
I don't know how you fix that organization. So who's winning the AFCs this year, Mike?
Can you ask me week 8?
No, I'm going to ask you right now when you're wearing your Patriots uniform.
Patriots.
100%? Is that your unbiased opinion?
My unbiased opinion is it's going to be a battle between the Bills and the Patriots, and I think the Patriots pull it off because we got all of our defense coming back this year that opted out last year. I think it was a total of 8 players. We got Dante Hightower coming back. I can't think of their name right now. The Twins, one of the guys is coming back because we got rid of one of them. And then
Jason and Devin McCourty, is that who you're referring to?
McCourty, yeah the McCourty twins. Devin McCourty's coming back. And then we'll see what Mac Jones does. We'll see. I mean, obviously it's going to be Cam to start it off.
Yeah, if Cam's healthy, I don't think Mac Jones sees the field, maybe for a play or two.
Right. But I'm saying Cam doesn't always stay healthy. He got hurt last year, only for a game, I think. But, things happen. But I will say that they already have, at least if you look at the depth chart on New England, they've got Mac as second. So I feel bad for Jared Stidham.
Yeah.
And then they just signed Hoyer again, which was kind of funny. I didn't realize that was going to happen. But then week 4, Tom Brady.
He's set.
Belichick.
Yep. Very, very interesting, too.
In
New England, Tom Brady's not very far from breaking Drew Brees' record for most passing yards, and he is set to do it in Foxborough against his old team, the Patriots. Jen says, I sure hope they go all the way, but I hope Bills take it all. Hey, listen, Jen, if the Eagles aren't there in the playoffs, we're going to sit there, we're going to root for your Bills. I truly believe that. It's going to be hard because if Cam's on, you can't count the Patriots out. I think that the Bills win that division.
I think we have a topic we're going to talk about here in a little bit, too, that might I think we got a topic that's coming up here soon. If it's not the next one, it's the one after that.
Okay.
Hey, real quick, you mentioned Drew Brees. One thing Tom Brady hasn't done that Drew Brees has done?
One thing that Drew Brees has done that Tom Brady hasn't?
Mm-hmm. Besides, obviously, the yards, because that's coming up. But beaten all 32 NFL teams.
That's right. That's right.
And there's only 2 other quarterbacks that have done that. Do you know which ones they are?
Ooh.
You'll know them. They're in our time. They're not too far behind us. They
Eli?
No.
Peyton.
Peyton.
Okay. Peyton Manning. Really? There's only 2 other quarterbacks that have done that?
2 quarterbacks that you just named 2 of them, Drew Brees, Peyton Manning, and then there's one more quarterback. Had a similar story like Tom Brady.
Oh, Brett Favre.
Correct.
Brett Favre. Yeah. That's a good one. That's a good one. That really puts into perspective that only 3 quarterbacks have beaten every single team in the NFL. And Tom Brady is what? The Giants? He hasn't beat the Giants? Is that what it is? Oh, no, but the Patriots, obviously. But I just wanted to bring that up so that you could rub a little salt in your wound because they've never beat the Giants in the Super Bowl.
Wow. I'm not talking about Super Bowl. I was just talking about regular season, but way to do that.
I just had to bring it up. That's okay. You looked at me a little weird.
Something, what happened in 2005? What was that Super Bowl? I can't remember.
Okay, so I had to do it because this next topic is going to be big news, and you are going to love it if it happens. Word broke today. The last couple days it really broke that Julio Jones could potentially get traded, so he could be playing somewhere else other than Atlanta this year. And word broke today that he would not mind playing with Cam Newton. First of all, if Bill Belichick and Robert Kraft are able to seal that deal, how happy are you going to be? As long as they don't give away too much, I would think. But you got to be happy about that, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I think, well, first off, it wasn't just that he wants to, or he's interested in playing with Cam Newton. They both run a charity together. I actually learned this later after we had spoken.
Julio and Cam do.
And Julio and Cam are, they're in a charity. There's other people involved in it as well, but they're very good friends. So it would be really interesting, but I don't know if friends really makes you, it's really going to come down, like you said, Robert Kraft and Bill Belichick on being able to get him there. Do I want to see Julio Jones in New England? Of course. I mean, I don't think there's a single person in chat right now who loves the sport of NFL that does not want to see Julio Jones on their team. The man has had 3 games with over 250 receiving yards. No one else has ever done that. No one else has ever had 2 games. There are 25 players who have had 1 game of 250 receiving yards. So, I mean, the guy's just unstoppable. I don't want to give up a lot, just like you said, because he is getting older. I mean, if he's got 3 years left in him, awesome. I just don't know what the Patriots have to get him. But that's the thing. That's what Bill Belichick does. He's an evil genius. Somehow, if it's possible, he will get it. And one last thing I want to say, till I hear your thoughts. If he does get traded, whether that's New England, I saw Jorah put Texans in there, wherever Julio Jones, whatever jersey he wears.
Texans, but yeah.
Right. But we heard about DeAndre Hopkins.
Yes.
But what I'm saying is if he's not wearing a Falcons jersey next year, Calvin Ridley and Kyle Pitts are going to be some really good fantasy value. And I hope if it does happen, it happens before I draft my team. Because that's going to be whether I pick up Pitts in the 3rd or if I pick up Pitts in the 4th or 5th. Because I'm going for Kyle Pitts this year. He's going to be a star, I'm telling you.
That's a good point. Yeah, I hope that if it does happen, it happens before our fantasy football draft. Another thing to think about, yes, he is getting old. And if he is good for 3 years, how many of those games is he going to be on the field? Injuries are a big problem with Julio Jones. But that's one thing that Bill Belichick, his mindset is you can't tell if a player is going to, get injured as much as you can tell if an organization is going to go out and win a Super Bowl. So he's not injured until he's injured, and Bill Belichick is really, really good at pulling those guys in like that. It's going to be really important that they don't give away too much for him, but you don't have to because of his injury report. So rate Cam as a QB. First of all, Texans, Dave, I said I would feel terrible. It would be good. Texans should go out and get anybody they can, especially a new GM. Bill O'Brien really screwed that team. Johnny says,
where do you rate Cam?
Rate Cam. Like rank him or
teams,
rate him?
like 32 teams. Oh, that's what I was doing. I was ranking them. I was thinking out of the 32
Okay,
teams.
so where do you rank him out of those 32 starting quarterbacks?
All right, let me think here. So
Because he can't be very high if you want the rookie to come in and play.
No, and it's not even necessarily that. I don't even want to give up my biased opinion here, because I will say this: when I found out about Cam Newton, I think John might have this video saved. Because I had just learned that Tom Brady was leaving, and I'm pretty sure I was having a few at the bar, and I sent a video saying that the Patriots are going to win the Super Bowl again because we got Cam Newton. I was very excited for Cam. So I do think he's a phenomenal quarterback, but where do I see him? I mean, I got to put – Reese is gone, so if I don't go through all the quarterbacks, I'm going to say top 10, which may be a little,
top 10.
Might be, quarterbacks right now. I'm not saying all time. I'm saying
No, I know. I know,
now.
not all time.
Oh, no, of course not. No, but
starting quarterbacks right now.
That might be really nice of me. Realistically, it might be more top 15.
Okay. I would go as far as saying the top 15 is very, very generous. I think that Cam Newton is extremely athletic. And when he's on, he's on. But that's been the issue, is you have to get him accurate. Like he cannot miss open receivers like he's known to do, right? 1 to 10, Johnny, I'm gonna have to give Cam, and I would say this is high because of his athleticism, maybe a 6.5 as a quarterback right now. You can't go out there and say he is a great quarterback. He can be a great quarterback. He can go out there every single day and perform, and he could win a Super Bowl, I think. Do I think it's going to happen? Very unlikely.
You wouldn't have Cam, you wouldn't have the Patrick Mahomes, you wouldn't have the Lamar Jackson, you wouldn't have the Carson Wentz even if Cam didn't break that way.
Now you're getting crazy on me, Mike.
He became this new quarterback. I'm talking about when he was in Carolina, man. When he was making those triple action plays, all of a sudden it's like, is he going to throw it? Is he going to hand it off?
He's great. He's athletic.
He was one of those quarterbacks that broke into and got rid of the pocket quarterback. I mean, he's at least a 7.
I'm going to give Cam probably more credit than a lot of people are willing to give him, but I'm not going to give him the credit of Patrick Mahomes and Lamar. No way. I think he's a great quarterback. I think he did things that we hadn't seen, but ain't no way. Julio Jones, though, if he's traded, big news. You're hoping he goes to the Patriots. That's the news now, so we're going to go there. So he's an 8. No, he's a 6.5 in my books. That's where I'm going. That's what I'm sticking to.
Yeah, I said 7.
Last thing I want to touch on. I don't know if everybody saw this, but this broke, I don't know, last week. There was a defensive player from Austin P University in Tennessee. His name is Juantavious Bryant. He received a text from what he thought was the Atlanta Falcons inviting him to rookie minicamp. So this man, who has been working his whole life to go to the NFL, gets a text from an NFL organization telling him, come on in. You have a tryout with us. You can make the team as long as you have a good minicamp. Shows up to the facility, and they say, we don't know who you are. It was a fake text. He doesn't know who texted him. He doesn't know why somebody would do that. Very unfortunate. It is. I feel for him, but
absolutely. That
one of the most outrageous things I've seen in a long time.
Well, I mean, he's been working so hard. He started off as a walk-on. First 2 years he was a walk-on defensive back, and then his last 2 years he was scholarship. So I mean, he had proved it, right? So he's all about that. He knows he's got to prove himself.
Right.
I think I might be frozen.
Yeah, you're good now. It was freezing up. I think you're a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah, there we go. Hopefully the audio hasn't cut out.
Yeah, it was freezing a little bit. Yeah. So, anyways, he Jorah. That's heartbreaking, but that's a good joke.
They got his ass.
Of course, Jorah. No, but he worked really hard. He was a walk-on for the first 2 years. He became scholarship 2 years after that. But
Dave.
there is a happy ending to that story, and that is the people who represent Tom Brady and also some other people. They put a word in, who put a word in, who put a word in, who finally got a word in. He's actually going to be going to an open tryouts. There's going to be a lot of other players there, but he's going to get to go out. And the Atlanta Falcons are actually going to be at that practice, so he might actually get to try out in front of the Atlanta Falcons. But not only that, he's going to get to try out in a bunch of teams. I believe all 32 teams were invited.
That would be awesome. That'd be a cool ending to that story if he makes the team for the Falcons. Dave, I love you. I could see Dave saying that. That's heartbreaking, but it's a good joke. Right, they got his ass. They did. Whoever that was, they did. Jen, that's awful. It is, but hopefully he makes a team. He's getting his chance to try out, which is awesome. Which is really all he was going to get when he went to the mini camp. You know, I mean, he's getting to try out. It's not as good as being at the rookie mini camp, but he's going to get his chance in front of NFL scouts. Mike, you're on now, but still have a face for the radio. Johnny, that is cold, dude. That is cold. He already told me that, but Mike too? Jeez. All right. Glad to hear the outcome. I am too. You love to hear that. Okay. It's been about an hour, and we haven't opened any cards.
It's been an hour, and we haven't opened a single card.
Oh.
Johnny, why are you not in chat right now ripping us for not ripping cards?
Johnny.
I'm blown away, Johnny. You and your comments.
Johnny's usually one that's, rip the cards already.
Right. Johnny's like, let's go. I'm the one who's like, hey, let's open another box. And Johnny's like, yes, sir, another box. That's what I like to hear.
Right. Stevie's usually in here to tell
Where's
me.
Stevie at?
To tell me, I don't know where Stevie's at. He's probably busy opening his own cards. But yeah, usually Stevie's there to tell me that I need to open everything that I have. No cards for me.
Look at that box.
Yeah, look at that. So Mosaic 2020 hobby box. We got 15 cards per pack, thick packs, 10 packs per box, and 2 autos. I'm excited. I've had this for over a week now, I believe. Or just about a week. Rip it, and I'll whiff. I'm scared to ask you what you mean by that, Johnny.
I'm not entirely sure what he means there, but look at those on the back. Is that all the chances for everything?
This is what you can get, and that's what it's numbered out of.
Approximately 4 non-base cards included in every pack. Interesting.
Yeah. All right. 300 card set, including 200 base, 50 base rookies, 20 base NFL debuts.
Who owns what team? Can I get the Chargers? I call the Chargers.
Yeah. I wish we had enough people to buy in and fill this.
Hey, what if we just have some fun? Why don't we let everybody in chat pick a team?
Yeah.
Not necessarily the team that you want, but what team do you think we pull the most? Do we pull more Falcons cards? Do we pull more Baltimore Ravens cards? I'm just going to make a guess. Just make it a silly guess.
Okay.
I think you're going to pull... You've got Patrick Mahomes on there. I'm going to say you're pulling majorly Kansas City Chiefs cards.
Okay. Kansas City Chiefs. Johnny would like that. He's going to harass me for all the cards if that happens. So, let's get our sleeves and top loaders ready.
Well, who do you think? What team? If you just make a silly guess, what team do you think we pull the most of? What team do you want to pull the most of?
I don't know. I'm gonna hope the Eagles, but I also hope that I don't get a lot of Eagles, only because I will not want to sell the expensive cards. I'm gonna want to keep them, which the amount of money that these boxes cost, which is outrageous, by the way.
Yeah. Johnny says the Bears.
The Bears. I'm going to go with Johnny. I'm going to say the Bears.
Bears. Okay.
I'm going to say the Bears. But we'll see. Not a lot of videos of people opening these as of late. They're all from about like 6 to 8 months ago. Let's cut a couple of these sleeves. And let's get it